The next thing that we need to assess is somebody's hydration status. Signs of dehydration include dizziness, headaches, increased confusion, but of course also can affect the urine both in smell and in colour. If we look at the urine chart, we can see that the colours range from a pale yellow right down to dark brown. The ideal colour for urine is pale, and that shows that we're drinking enough for our bodies to be able to process enough water to pass out. So the darker the urine, the more water somebody needs to drink. Another thing to remember when assessing hydration is the dehydrating effect of hot weather on residents, as just like you or I, they will need extra fluids. Also remember that some residents with heart failure are unable to process fluids in the normal way, so they are limited in the amount of fluid they can drink in a day. You should always check what the advised daily allowance is for residents like this. This is called a fluid restriction. The ideal amount of fluid that we're supposed to drink, and this includes every liquid except for alcohol, is around 2 litres for a healthy adult. For some care home residents, that might be a bit less, perhaps around 1.5 litres. This would equate to around 6 to 8 drinks a day. We know that it's very difficult sometimes to get our residents to drink enough fluids, particularly if they stay in their room a lot or they have trouble with drinking. There are lots of reasons why residents in care homes might have difficulty getting all the fluid they need. This can include access, so for example they might not be able to reach the drink that is near their bedside, or perhaps they can reach it but they don't have the strength to lift the glass up and hold it steady to their mouth. Or perhaps, like we've mentioned before, they have difficulties with their swallowing and they need thickened fluids. Also, particularly for those who have dementia, they can often lose their awareness that they're even thirsty, and they might not remember that they need to drink the way that we might, and so they might need lots more encouragement to make them drink at regular intervals throughout the day. A normal bladder can hold around 1/2 litre or 500 ml, and if someone's drinking around 1.5 litres, you would expect them to also urinate 1.5 litres through a day, and so this would normally equate to every 4 to 6 hours. Obviously, some of the residents aren't able to go to the toilet themselves and they may be incontinent, and so it's equally as important to check the pads to see whether they're dry or how wet they are, because this can really help us to know how well somebody is hydrated. Obviously, if you notice that you think somebody's either not drinking enough or not weeing enough, then these are signs that they need to be encouraged to increase their fluid intake. And I would suggest that over the course of the day, if it doesn't improve, then you need to get some kind of clinical review.